What's up, Easily React fans, people of YouTube? I'm back today with a new video. Today, I thought I'd make a tier list of some of my favorite movies as a list. Larry did a video of his random movie tier this yesterday, and I thought this would be a fun idea. So I've got a lot of movies selected. Not going to count them all. But yeah, just thought randomly, why not? This would be kind of fun. So, and looking at this, I don't think there's honestly anything that I don't like. So, it's going to be kind of weird to rank them. I don't think anything is in the E category. I'm gonna sneeze. Achoo. All right, so I'm gonna start just randomly. So, um, Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo is going to be in the B tier. I have very nostalgic memories of this. My fifth birthday party, we went to the theaters to watch it, and it was really cool seeing it back then. And it still is. Matthew Lillard is a gem. So definitely that's going to be a B in there. Um, and I love the whole Spooky Island theme park. I just thought that the Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian sequel, I think they used the idea for Scooby Doo Goes Hawaiian as this concept. So I think that's pretty cool, actually. So, pretty fun fact there. Um, George of the Jungle is going to be in. It's going to be in B2 here, too. Just a very nostalgic movie for me. I love the Dela song at the end, and Brendan Fraser is also one of my favorites. So, yeah, there too. I'm just gonna get all the nostalgic movies out of the way. Um, Beetlejuice, you guys know where this is going. It's kind of hard to navigate this. It's going all the way up in S tier, right there. Not much else said about that movie than I already haven't said. So, um, School of Rock. That is in S tier right there. Um, yeah, get all the nostalgics out of the way. So, Grease. Grease is in B tier, right before Scooby Doo. Actually, I think Scooby Doo is in A tier. And yeah, that's my ranking right there. Um, The Mummy, another Brendan Fraser Stone Cold classic. This is an S tier. I love this movie a lot. It is kind of cheesy now. It's kind of dated a little bit, but Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz and the Mummy, just a classic movie. So yeah, and I love the soundtrack as well. Coraline. Coraline is an S tier right before Beetlejuice. Yeah, right before Beetlejuice. I love the vibes of Coraline, and just it's a creepy movie for kids, and the way that it was made was just so inventive and cool, and it took so many years to make. So really awesome movie. Young Frankenstein. That is also in. I think this is an A tier. It's not a complete S for me. Actually, I'm not. It's a very nostalgic movie for me, and it's one of the first movies I ever watched, along with Beetlejuice. So that's why it's there. Just memories from my dad watching it. So yeah, just a classic. Um, A Christmas Story. So this movie has kind of been ruined for me because it's how many times it's played, but it is my Christmas classic movie. Um, so yeah, it's gonna go in A tier. The Holdovers. That's another Christmas that just came out last year, I believe. And yeah, this is an S tier. I think it's right before School of Rock. Just I love the performance of Paul Giamatti. Just very funny, dry humor in it, and it's very sweet at the end. The teacher comes to care for the student, and he's kind of a mean spirited teacher, but he has a change of heart at the end. So it was a great movie. I loved it. So yeah, um, another Christmas. It's a Wonderful Life. I think this is an S tier right here. Classic movie. Um, Saving Mr. Banks. This is about the making of Mary Poppins, one of my favorite movies of all time, and just the story in here about the author was like did not want to be friends with Disney at all. Didn't want her movie to get made, but she has a change of heart at the end. And I heard somewhere that she didn't really like the movie in real life, but she liked some of the scenes about the parents and all that, and it shows in this movie. And yeah, I love this movie a ton. It's going in S tier right there. Um, yeah, Tusk. If you know about this movie, it's an insane movie that it's one of my guilty pleasures. Man gets turned into a walrus costume, Justin Long. Yeah, it was hilarious. It's also very demented. I saw it with my dad, and he was like, "What did you bring me to?" But yeah, I liked it a lot. So that's going in B tier right there. Actually, I think this would go in C tier just for how hammy it was. But yeah, it's still a fun movie. So okay, my favorite movie of all time, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's going right here. Jack Nicholson, my favorite actor of all time. Great drama. Dana DeVito, Christopher Lloyd, Louis Fletcher's Nurse Ratched. Just the shows the power battle between like mental hospital nurses versus people that just want to have their lives led, even if they're crazy, they want to live out their lives. And that's what that movie is about, and it's a beautiful movie. My favorite Jack Nicholson movie by far. So yeah, that is my favorite movie of all time. That is an S. Um, Misery. Kathy Bates just announced her retirement yesterday, which is crazy to me. Okay. Um, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Classic movie. Gene Wilder, probably one of my favorite actors of all time. Probably the top five, I think. Just a very nostalgic movie. A lot of people's favorite movie. So this is gonna go right there. It 1990. Tim Curry puts on an incredible performance as Pennywise. Um, yeah, I love this movie a ton. Some people think it's bad. I think it's a great movie. I think it's the best adaptation we ever got. The new movies are pretty okay, pretty okay, but I think this the this nails the vibe of the novel better than the new ones. So yeah, that is why that is an A. Actually, I think this is gonna go an S right here. Okay. Um, Happy Gilmore, just stupid comedy with Adam Sandler, but I love it a ton. Also, a movie I watched it a lot as a kid, and I think it's gonna go an A. And I can't wait for the sequel to come out. Yeah, I honestly think Grease is gonna go an A too. And I'm gonna switch that around. Um, oh, this is Kindergarten Cop. Kindergarten Cop is one of my guilty favorites. I love it. I mean, it's kind of a movie for small children, but I love how Schwarzenegger becomes a heartwarming teacher and he saves the school from his kidnapping. Just I like it a lot. I like that movie a lot. It's gonna go in B right here. Um, The Big Lebowski, another very dumb movie, but it's one of my dad's favorite movies. It's one of mine because I watched it with him a lot, and it's gonna go in S. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Rabbit. I really like the Noir parody in this. Christopher Lloyd plays the great Judge Doom. I haven't watched it a ton, but I think about it once in a while, and I think it's an amazing movie. So yeah, it's gonna go in A right there. Um, Waiting. This was a movie I just checked out recently. Deadpool, Wolverine. Maybe look up Ryan Reynolds' early career, and I heard about this movie and never watched it, and I laughed a ton. Um, so it's gonna go in A, right under Happy Gilmore. It's about a restaurant staff that's pretty fed up with life. Let's say so. It is funny. Jumanji with Robin Williams. This is also a very nostalgic movie for me. I was kind of freaked out by this movie, to be honest. But yeah, it's a great Robin Williams performance, and yeah, it's gonna go right there. Judy. This is about Judy Garland's late career after she kind of comes out of retirement and puts on some concerts, and it's before her death. And yeah, it's a great movie. Judy Garland just was a talent that never really got understood when she got pushed to drugs early on. And crazy fact about her is she had a house nearby my house when I was in Bellevue, Nebraska, and I wish I could have met her. But I was 3 years old, so I had no clue who she was. So it's an amazing movie, and yeah, I think I like it so much. I'm going to put it at the end of S tier. Pleasantville is a great movie I think about once in a while. It's not on streaming anywhere, so I haven't watched it recently. But yeah, it's about this Tobey Maguire gets sucked into his favorite TV program like in the 50s, and he has to fit in with the society. And it's kind of like Truman Show us because these characters don't know they're in the TV show, and it's kind of wild and he kind of just changes society. Like he goes from the 50s to the civil rights to the 60s, and yeah, it's a great movie. So I'm gonna put that at S tier too. I think right. I think right before the Mummy. The The Birdcage with Robin Williams. This is a movie I just checked out like 4 years ago, and it's about the Nathan Lane and Robin Williams as a gay couple, and they have to pretend they're their husband and what Nathan Lane pretends he's the wife to Robin Williams because this politician, homophobic politician, his son is marrying the daughter, and yeah, it's just a very awkward, very awkward comedy. It's kind of like the dinner scene from the dinner episode from The Office. Just think of that awkward humor and times it up by 10, I think. And I love this movie a lot, so I'm gonna put that at right there. Um, Rosemary's Baby is a very creepy movie about the apartment. The wife gets pregnant, and basically the elderly couple runs a satanic coven, and she thinks she's dreaming about all this, and no, the entire building, the entire apartment is in on the plot that she's gonna birth the son of Satan. So it's a creepy ass movie, and um, I really like the atmosphere of this. So it's gonna go in A right there. I actually think we're gonna switch this around. I'm gonna put Christmas Story right there. Okay. Birdman with Michael Keaton. This is my second favorite Michael Keaton movie. It's a great movie. There's the plot description is just kind of weird, and um, yeah, basically, um, you just check it out for yourself. It's an amazing movie. So um, that's gonna go in S tier, and it's gonna go right here. Yep. It Follows is a creepy movie about this teenage girl that gets stalked by this entity. You have to get it for having intercourse with the partner, and she gets followed by these creepy people, and it's a creepy movie. Um, I really like the soundtrack that amplifies the movie experience for me. Um, but yeah, the story is kind of lacking, and I know a sequel's coming out, and I can't wait for that. But yeah, I think I'm going to put it at the end of A tier. Uh, Halloween 1978. Just this is probably my favorite slasher movie of all time. Um, yeah, there's not much else said about it that hasn't been said. It's a classic for a reason. So I'm putting that at S right there. Hot Tub Time Machine is a stupid comedy about the hot tub time machine. Is a time machine to the 80s, and these frat friends get sucked back into time, and they had to figure out a way out in one night, and it's funny. It's a funny movie. But yeah, I think that I'll put this in C tier. I really like Craig Robinson singing "Let's Get It Started" from Black Eyed Peas in this one. So yeah. Um, The Third Man. I'm on a rewatch of this, and it's a great movie. Orson Welles is like 19. It's a detective noir about his friend. Kind of goes like he pronounced his friend dead, but this whole town is in on this plot. I don't really remember the end of it, but it's the atmosphere is really cool in it, and there's like ukulele music playing in the background, and it. I think SpongeBob was influenced by that kind of, um, and yeah, it's a cool movie. I'm gonna put this in A tier, right there. Okay, I'm gonna go in order now. Everything, everywhere, all at once. It's a multiverse movie, very random. It's very imaginative. One of the most creative movies to come out in the last decade or so, and I had a ton of fun with this in the theater. So yeah, um, that's why that's going in an S tier, right here. Joker, Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Besides the Dark Knight's my favorite Joker story of all time, and yeah, it's got shades of Taxi Driver in there and the King of Comedy, and I just love the whole atmosphere this movie brings. So that's why it's going in S. I think it's so good. It's gonna go right there. I hope the sequel lives up to the hype. Get Out. This was a very huge surprise. I did not think this movie was going to be good because Jordan Peele was in comedy, Keen Peele, and all that. So I had my biases, but it was an amazing movie. I've got a ton of S tiers in here, but I think, um, yeah, this the whole atmosphere this movie brings to the table as well is just great, very creepy. Go right there. Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp is, um, besides Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it's my favorite performance from Johnny Depp. I love the musical numbers in here. Is it a great movie? Is it a classic movie? No. Um, but yeah, it's gonna go right there. And I very hope the vibe from Sweeney Todd is the same as it is in the new Joker sequel. I think these two movies are going to be very similar, in my opinion, at least. So, okay. The Lost Boys, I love the soundtrack, the 80s soundtrack. The vampire story is pretty great. Um, so, yeah, that's why it is. Um, the movie could have been a little bit better. It's kind of cheesy. But yeah, I still think it's an A tier, right before it follows. House of a Thousand Corpses. I know people do not like this movie. I think Rob Zombie brings an amazing. It's kind of like a parody to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I think I like this movie better. It's more fun to watch. Um, uh, I really like to watch this during Halloween time, so I think it's gonna go right here. I would actually, I'm gonna, yeah, never mind. The Funhouse. I think this is one of the most underrated horror movies of all time. I love the vibes of the Funhouse and um, the creature they get trapped in is just it's very claustrophobic. They gets trapped in the Funhouse. Well, Toby Hooper did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so it's got those vibes, and yeah, it's really cool. So I'm gonna put that in A tier right there. Dirty Harry is a classic detective gun violence movie. It's just great. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling that good today. That's why I'm kind of slow talking. But yeah, this is a great movie. I love the soundtrack. The Scorpio villain is great. He was also in Hellraiser, and yeah, I like this movie a ton. Honestly, I think it's gonna go next year. Right there. Yeah. Requiem for a Dream is a disturbing movie. It's one of the most disturbing movies out there about the dangers of drugs and what toll it can take on your life. This movie it is hard to watch, but it's a great watch. But just how dark this movie gets, it's hard for me to watch it all the time. That's why I'm gonna put it in B tier right there. Hard watch. It's one of the hardest watches of a movie. Okay. Due Date is an underrated comedy with Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr. Um, just a great road trip movie. He's trying to get back to the birth of his son, Robert Downey Jr. as he gets bumbled into this. It's very much like Planes, Trains, Automobiles for like a modern take on it, and I enjoy it a lot. I think it's honestly funnier than the Hanover for me, so that's why it's going to go in A right there. And the very last movie, The Wicker Man, 1970s. The soundtrack in this is probably one of my favorite movie soundtracks of all time. Think of like Jethro Tull, but on more acid. um, very cool movie. And yeah, just it's about paganism and this Christian man gets sucked into this town's plot, and basically at the end he gets burned alive with animals, which is that's fun. Like, not, but it's fun. I mean, the soundtrack is amazing, so I'm gonna put that in S. Yeah, right there. And that is my random movie tier list, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what movies you like in this list. And if you have more suggestions to me, definitely suggest more movies to me. I'm always eager to watch new things. So peace out. Have a great day.